story of the fox and the old woman is a classic folktale found in many cultures, most notably in Armenian folklore, popularized by writer Hovhannes Tumanyan. It's a whimsical but meaningful story about accountability, consequences, and the importance of making things right. The plot, a tale of trouble. The story begins with an old woman who lives alone in a small cottage. One day, she milks her goat and leaves a bowl of milk on the table while she goes to fetch some wood for her fire. 1. The theft. A hungry fox sneaks into the cottage and drinks all the milk. 2. The punishment. The old woman catches the fox in the act. In a fit of anger, she grabs her shears and snips off the fox's tail. 3. The plea. The fox is humiliated. He begs the old woman, "Please, Grandma, give me back my tail. If I go back to my friends without it, they will laugh at me." 4. The deal. The old woman agrees, but with a condition: "Give me back my milk, and I will give you back your tail." The chain of favors. The fox sets off on an errand-running quest, but every character he meets asks for something in return. The cow. The fox asks the cow for milk. The cow says, "Bring me some grass." The field. The fox asks the field for grass. The field says, "Bring me some water." The water, cloud/stream. The fox asks for water. It says, "Bring me a pitcher." The maiden, the fox, asks a young woman for her pitcher. She says, "Bring me a bead for my necklace." The merchant. The fox asks a merchant for a bead. The merchant says, "Bring me an egg." The hen. The fox asks the hen for an egg. The hen says, "Bring me some grain." The resolution. Finally, the fox finds a generous farmer, or sometimes a sympathetic neighbor, who gives him a handful of grain out of pity. The fox then works backward through the chain. He gives the grain to the hen. Right arrow gets an egg. Gives the egg to the merchant. Right arrow gets a bead. Gives the bead to the maiden. Right arrow gets the pitcher. Gives the pitcher to the stream. Right arrow gets water. Gives the water to the field. Right arrow gets grass. Gives the grass to the cow. Right arrow gets milk. The fox brings the milk to the old woman. She sews his tail back on, and he runs off to join his friends, having learned a very long lesson about borrowing without asking. The moral of the story: accountability. You cannot take something that is